School should be a safe place for learning, and instead it's become a fearful place for many.
You hear people talk about school shootings and whatnot, but then when it actually happens to you, I don't know, it feels like some weird nightmare.
Schools across the country are receiving threats and are being forced to cancel classes and heighten security. George Rogers Clark High School received a threat this morning. In a letter, leaders said they determined the threats were not credible. They added that during the investigation, they discovered the potential threat came from Winchester, Virginia, and made its way to Winchester, Kentucky.
We investigate it to the depth of finding out whether it's credible or not. If a threat is not credible, it's treated like it's not. If it is credible, further investigation continues.
These threats come just 8 days after the Appalachia High School shooting in Georgia, killing 2 students and 2 teachers.
We went into the uniform room and everybody was crowded in there, and as soon as I got in there, I just kind of started crying.
Local law enforcement agencies say after tragic events such as the Georgia school shooting and the I-75 shooting in Laurel County, there are a lot of bad actors who are trying to strike fear while the iron's hot.
I think what we do see is a lot of copycats and a lot of folks who seem to want to piggyback on the fact that we have had some tragedies here nationwide. Sometimes it's as simple as folks that just don't want to have school that day, all the way up to people that would intentionally try to crash our education system, I suppose.
School Resource Officer Lieutenant Tony Likens says any threat to a school campus or its personnel is classified as terroristic threatening in the 2nd degree and is a Class D felony. It carries a sentence of 1 to 5 years in prison and can also carry a fine of up to $10,000.
If you take a bomb threat scare, without a doubt, it's criminal. At any level, any threat towards a school, any person in that school, any student in that school, staff, personnel, volunteer, coach, it doesn't matter. There are real consequences to sharing anything, even off a social media platform.
They think they're warning people, so they will screenshot a threat that comes through and then they will post that to social media. Other people will screenshot that and pass it along on social media, and it causes a general panic on something that we could have probably nipped really quick had they brought it to an adult or brought it to authorities quickly. But instead, they think they're doing a community service by sharing it out, when in fact it just causes further panic and makes our job harder.
Kylie Hill, Fox 56 News.